Hello, everybody. My name is Sam, aka Uncle Sam.
Hey, and my name is Lily, aka Auntie Lady.
Welcome to our show. We have this is our first show ever, and we haven't really decided what the show will be about every week, but we definitely know what we're going to talk about this week.
Yeah, today we're gonna talk about health and fitness, which is our favorite topic.
Definitely. How should we start?
I think you should start with your story that what made you inspired to go through and what was the lead that we started the whole fasting and going to the gym more than often.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to start. So basically, a few years ago, one of my friends was turning 35, and he invited us to go to his birthday party in Vegas. To one of those pool parties. We knew we'd been to pool parties before in Vegas and we knew what it's going to be like. We always went with a bunch of people that were like, let's say, not so in shape, and it was fine. But this time, we went there, and then he showed up with his brother and a few friends, and they were all chiseled abs and like just looking really great. And it was kind of humbling for me personally. I mean, she's always been in shape, so no problem for her. She fit right in. But for me personally, it was a bit of a tough experience, but also inspiring because looking at kind of like a role model, kind of a guy who's a couple years older than me, but like
It shows that in any age you can achieve what you want. It's not something that is out of reach.
yeah,
Much harder, but like you can get it.
yeah, definitely. Coming out of that kind of experience, of course, I moped around for a little while, feeling sorry for myself and like not doing anything about it. But then I decided, okay, no, I need to get in shape. So the first thing that we did was actually she put me up to do this, and she messaged like a bunch of our friends and said we're gonna have a party
A
for.
pool party in Vegas for later, I mean, like the future, and for his birthday. So there was no way out of it. So we already set the date, invited the people, and so we couldn't show up with no six pack.
Right. Yeah, so we put ourselves in a situation where we had to do it because there was just like no way out of this. Everyone was invited. We bought the tickets ahead of time, reserved, the hotel and everything, and it was just like, yeah, okay, so we have to go. Started doing some research, signed up for a gym, of course, started going relatively regularly, but we didn't do anything about the diet side of things. And as you know, when it comes to losing weight and looking good and being in shape and showing off six-pack abs showing, you need to lose some weight and you need to lose fat. And the only way to lose fat is to be in a caloric deficit, which means you have to take in less calories than you burn, right? And we were only tackling one side of the problem. We were going to the gym
So,
regularly.
but going to the gym on the only is not the only thing that can help you. I mean, like it shouldn't be the only thing because it just helps you to tone your body, but it doesn't help you as much to lose fat. So you should combine it with a right food diet.
Yeah, and there's obviously different things that work for different people, and I think the main thing is not to think of it as a temporary diet thing. You have to think of it as a lifestyle change.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for us, the lifestyle change was we decided to do intermittent fasting, which basically means we try to have our last meal of the day no later than 8 p.m., and then we don't eat until noon the next day. So the way that works is like you just try to have a, relatively decent dinner that'll make you kind of full, and you don't want to be exploding, but obviously you want to be full, and you go to bed, and by the time you wake up you're already at least 10 hours to 12 hours into your fast anyway. So it's just a matter of surviving another 4 or 5 hours in the morning, and we were never big breakfast eaters anyway.
No, we weren't fan of breakfast, and it wasn't part of our life that we could die without. So we decided to cut the breakfast and add like squeeze the dinner and lunch closer to each other, and to make sure that we have 16 hours to spare.
Yeah, and one of the key things there was that, like, basically, like, we just have like a black cup of coffee, or an unsweetened tea or something like that in the morning, and
Herbs tea.
yeah, herbal tea or something like that. Yeah, and as for the food itself, we basically try to eat whole foods as much as possible, right? Cut out any sugars, processed foods, anything like that, and most of our meals consist of basically greens and some sort of protein. The protein could be, could be steak, could be chicken, it could be all sorts of different fish, seafood,
Yeah, and
like
you can dress it
shrimps.
up with some cheese or dressing. Add like make it more pleasant if you're not really into salad like me, and make it easier to go through.
For sure, but I mean, the dressing, of course, you have to watch out what
Watch
type
out,
of
yeah,
dressing.
you
Yeah,
shouldn't
yeah, you're not gonna drench it in like
overdo.
mayo or
Yeah,
something.
definitely, definitely. No,
Yeah.
no overdo.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that's like worked for us really well, and we just again we don't think of this as a diet. We think of it as a lifestyle
We built
change.
it as it's kind of inside us now. Like at the beginning, it might take it's harder and it might take longer. But as people say, if like you do something for more than 15 days, it becomes a habit. So it actually becomes a habit after a while, and it's much easier. And it's actually harder for you to get out of it rather than like your body is like used to it.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, and the other main thing I think that we changed in our life was basically, as you can see, I'm a big fan of whiskey and drinking in general. And
now we just collect. We don't drink.
I mean, we still drink like, but it's like before it used to be at least 5 nights a week we would have some sort of a drink, and now at most twice a week. Most weeks like once a week, like on a Friday night, we'll do some drinking. And the problem with drinking is not just the drink itself. I mean, it's also when you get drunk, you just start making bad choices and you start snacking and like eating late into the night, and it just like spirals. So, so I think it's overall, also just being in California, it's much easier to, there's not much
but
partying.
the result made it pleasant.
Yeah,
especially
for
for
sure.
you because it was like a huge change. It was like a makeup for whatever.
Yeah.
That
No,
was like,
definitely.
definitely. So, like, if you want to see the result, we're gonna put the before here, probably, and after the one that I like in the middle here. Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. We hope that you found this informative. If you have any questions, please comment below or DM us or whatever, and we'll get back to you. And we really hope that you enjoyed it. And come watch us again. We'll have something more interesting next week.
Yeah, sure. See you soon, macaroon.